to life transformation. Plus, you'll also receive Paula White's 4-CD set, Change Your Way of Thinking, Change Your Way of Living, both for your ministry gift of $30 or more. Call toll-free, write or log on to paulawhite.org and gain vital insights for activating your destiny and transforming your life today.
You absolutely must get up and go to the phone right now. I'm telling you, if I could pick up the phone for you, I'd do it and get you these truths that will transform you to live out success wherever you are and whatever you're going through. Julie's book, Sitting Intimately with 12 World Leaders, The Secret to Life Transformation, How to Claim Your Destiny Now. For your ministry gift of $30, I'll get you Julie's book along with my 4-CD series, Change Your Way of Thinking, Change Your Way of Living, A Prosperous Soul, How You Think About Things, How You Feel About Things, The Power of Thoughts, Part 1 and 2. It is absolutely what you need if you are ready to live and to walk out the journey of success. I tell people, stop being the victim. You know, you're not a victim. You're waiting on someone to give you a break. You're waiting on someone to make it happen. Make it happen for yourself.
It's a decision, isn't it?
It really is.
If you look at these hard times that we're looking to government to rescue us, and we're looking for corporations to rescue us, and we're looking for tax breaks and programs and to somebody to educate our kids, to give us health care, to give us a job, to save our house, you know, where's the reality in all of this? I hate to be the bearer of any bad news. It's not going to happen. It's going to begin within. Doors may be open, laws may be passed, opportunities may be from a distance, but if you're going to change your life, there's only one person that can change it, and that is you. If you sit back and you just wait for it to come to you, it's going to be a very sad ending. Barack Obama didn't sit back,
right.
You know?
Right.
The difference, the journey of Barack Obama to the left and Clarence Thomas to the right, different countries, different places of the world, different challenges. In many respects, it is the same journey. Here's a kid without a father, whose mother died of cancer, who was raised by a white grandmother, black, it ain't Hawaii, hello.
Right, right.
A Harvard lawyer, so many, if you said to me, gave me the definition of him and said he's going to be an American war hero to become the president of the United States, I would say one thing to you, you are nuts. You know, but every single day we see challenges, and you know, this is a man who has a deep faith. Perhaps you know, as I know,
right.
There are many people who minister to him privately, people we respect and love. He's a man of deep faith, and yet he must do what he must do. But we appreciate and respect the journey and always admire that part of the human spirit which conquers all worlds.
You know, Julie, you're saying something, you're saying so much here, but I want you to hear something critical, whether she talked about a Judge Clarence Thomas, whether she's talking about President Obama, or Paula White, who's in her book, is that we had decisions.
That's right.
And the decision, and we're going to keep going through these, is that everyone in life has personal adversity. People, I think, have looked, they go, and they've heard more about my childhood adversity. But as an adult, I found myself in situations in 2002, the end of 2002, beginning of 2003, was the beginning of a series of 18 personal life crises. Everything from going through extreme heartache, a public divorce that I never desired, the loss of my stepdaughter to brain cancer, to, I mean, that's just beginning to scratch the surface. And I could have pulled the covers over my head, which I felt like some days, and checked out. Yeah. There was a time in that period.
And evil would have won.
Yeah. And Julie, there was a time, because I want someone, because my spiritual father said, Paula, sometimes they see the outside and they think they don't know the struggles on the inside. And the struggles for Julie or the struggles for me are the same struggles for you. That I knew what it was to lay on the floor in 21 days and to lose 17 pounds. I wanted to eat, Julie, and I couldn't eat. But I also said, I'm not going to die like this. Literally, I made decisions. Devil, you're not going to win.
You're not going to win. I fell to my knees at the age of 18, and I said, I will die before I allow these horrible circumstances to defeat me. I will not be defeated.
Right.
It's that level of conviction that sees you through, that gets you through it all.
And I want someone to really hear that right now, because as we share these journeys are the same obstacles and perhaps even more that you face, the same struggles. But to say to you, if I can do it, if Julie can do it, if David Foster can do it, which we'll talk about, if all these other men and women can do it, you can do it too. It's not a special breed of person. It's a decision that you make with the equipment that is given to you single-handedly in this book. Let's go through some of them, because one of them you talked about was David Foster. Let's talk about his life, and then Robert Evans and some of the others.
David Foster is a poor kid from Canada who could play the piano. And he decided he wasn't, he was playing weddings and bar mitzvahs and doing whatever, trying to get by. And one day, his parents sold everything they had and bought him a keyboard, and he went to England on tour. Well, all tours ended, and everybody went home. David couldn't go home because he wasn't a success. He had no food, no place to stay, no money, but he had his keyboard. And he said, you know what? I knew that I was exceptionally gifted. I knew there was a great composer. I knew there was a great keyboardist, and I just had to wait out till somebody else discovered this fact and gave me an opportunity to go forward. But because he was hungry, he knocked on more doors than if he was comfortable.
Yes.
Take John Paul DeJoria. John Paul DeJoria was a man who poverty, LA Central. His mother couldn't afford bus fare, but his mother always gave him a coin to give to somebody poor, so he always felt he had something to give, and it gave him a sense of pride, and he knew that he wasn't destitute because even though it was just a coin, he had a coin to give. And he tithed in his own way.
Yes.
And he found himself divorced with 2 small children, living in a car. He was homeless and living out of his car. He had $600 to his name. He was selling shampoo products to salons and various businesses. And he said, I'm not making enough money to eat. He decided then and there how he was going to build his own empire. He teamed up with a famous hairdresser named Paul Mitchell, and the rest is history. Paul Mitchell did not live to see the company become $1 billion. He succumbed to cancer, but he went from living in his car with $600 to $1 billion empire. He's in South Africa feeding kids, helping AIDS babies, doing charitable work all over the world. And the amazing thing about these people, nobody ever forgot or neglected where they came from. They all went back, and sometimes they went to other ends of the world they never even heard of, people they don't even know, and they shared of their generosity, their spirit, and their resources.
I think it's an important part to your journey. Sometimes, I always say you have a greater appreciation of the things in your life because of the things you've lost.
Of course.
I have before you enter my bedroom, and it's not that this makes me remember, but I have to walk by it every day. There's a piece of my trailer, the paneling, and I put in this beautiful little shadow box, and it's sitting there, and it says, never forget. And the scripture, Psalm 68:19, that the Lord loads us up daily with his benefits. And it's the benefits of God in my life that have my cooperation with co-laboring with God in the earth that have brought out of the poverty, out of the junk, out of the failure. Failure to me, I don't even believe in failure. I believe that we produce results we don't want to produce again.
That's right.
I learned there are experiences I don't want to have again, but I've learned from them and I've grown from them. And so I say never forget, and it's a daily reminder of what God's done for me, that I can hold my hand out to you and hold my hand out to others and say, listen, if God did it for me out of the trailer, God will do it for you. All you have to do is co-partner, co-labor. We're helping you and equipping you by giving you the tools. We're going to be right back, and Julie's going to share more incredible stories through their vulnerability to create an intimacy like you're sitting in their living room getting to hear from the leaders and the world changers of today. We'll be right back. That's right.
Everyone has dreams and visions of the destiny God has for them. Yet many people wonder what it takes to get to the top of their field and stay there. Now discover the keys to achieving a life of victory from 12 of today's most successful decision makers and world changers, including Pastor Paula White in author Julie Chrystyn's hardback book, The Secret to Life Transformation: How to Claim Your Destiny Now.
From common jobs to extraordinary positions of power and wealth and privilege and authority, they had a vision for their life, and they figured out how to make that vision a reality.
Find powerful keys for activating personal success and experiencing greater joy and freedom in life when you order Julie Chrystyn's hardback book, The Secret to Life Transformation. Plus, you'll also receive Paula White's 4-CD set, Change Your Way of Thinking, Change Your Way of Living, both for your ministry gift of $30 or more. Call toll-free, write or log on.